In the early hours of March 27, 1992, a chilling incident shook the quiet town of Kottayam, Kerala. Inside the St. Pius Das convent, 19-year-old Sister Abhaya, a pious and promising nun in training, was found dead in a well. What initially seemed like a suicide soon turned into one of India's most infamous murder mysteries, one that took 28 years to solve. That fateful morning, when Sister Abhaya didn't show up for her morning prayers, the sisters at the convent grew concerned. Moments later, her lifeless body was found floating in the well. The local police quickly labeled it a case of suicide, citing depression as a possible reason. But was it really suicide? Her family refused to believe it. Friends described her as a cheerful, dedicated young woman with no signs of distress. Something didn't add up. The rushed police investigation, the lack of a proper autopsy, and the hurried closure of the case raised more questions than answers. As police delved into the case, crucial evidence began disappearing. The forensic report, which initially hinted at external injuries, was altered. Key witnesses changed their statements overnight. Was there an effort to cover up the truth? Suspicion grew that powerful forces were at play. Journalists and activists, sensing foul play, demanded a deeper probe. The case was reopened several times, but every time it seemed to hit a dead end. However, the mounting public pressure forced the government to hand over the case to the Central Bureau of Investigation, CBI, in 1993. The CBI, upon taking over, uncovered shocking details. The initial autopsy report had been tampered with. Original case files had gone missing. And yet the evidence that remained told a horrifying tale, one of murder, conspiracy, and institutional cover-up. Investigators found signs of a struggle in the convent kitchen, where Abhaya had gone to get drinking water before her death. Overturned bottles, a broken fridge handle, and bruises on her body indicated that she had been attacked before being thrown into the well. But why? And by whom? The case took a dramatic turn when a former police officer turned whistleblower, Varghese P. Thomas, alleged that his superiors had pressured him to declare Abhaya's death a suicide. His revelations, along with forensic evidence, led the CBI to three suspects: Father Thomas Couture, Father Jose Putricayil, and Sister Sefi. According to the investigation, on the night of March 27, 1992, Sister Abhaya accidentally witnessed something she wasn't supposed to see: an illicit meeting between the two priests and Sister Sefi in the convent kitchen. Fearing exposure, the trio allegedly attacked her, hitting her on the head with a blunt object. Realizing she was still alive, they dragged her unconscious body to the well and dumped her in. Forensic experts later confirmed that the nature of the head injury was consistent with an attack and not a fall. The truth was finally coming to light, but justice was still far away. The legal battle that followed was nothing short of a saga. Witnesses retracted statements, investigators were transferred, and critical evidence went missing. The accused had powerful allies within the church and political circles, making it difficult to secure a conviction. For years, the case lingered in uncertainty. The CBI submitted multiple closure reports due to lack of evidence, but the courts rejected them, ordering further investigation. It wasn't until 2008 that the accused were finally arrested, only to be released on bail shortly after. Sister Abhaya's parents had passed away by this time, never getting to see their daughter's murderers brought to justice. But the fight continued, led by activists, journalists, and legal experts who refused to let her story fade into oblivion. In December 2020, after 28 years of twists and turns, the special CBI court finally delivered its long-awaited verdict. Father Thomas Couture and Sister Sefi were found guilty of murder, destruction of evidence, and criminal conspiracy. They were sentenced to life imprisonment. The verdict was met with mixed reactions. While some hailed it as a rare victory for justice, others believed that the case had taken far too long, allowing many to escape unscathed. But one thing was clear: Sister Abhaya's story had finally been heard. Sister Abhaya's death was not just a tragic loss. It was a revelation of deep-seated corruption and the challenges of seeking justice in a system designed to protect the powerful. Her story remains a beacon of resilience, a reminder that the truth, no matter how deeply buried, will always find a way to emerge.